Welcome to Mirth, Magic, and Mayhem, the AARPG's new actual play series using the Dragonbane RPG by Free League Publishing. I'm Nathan, your host, co-GM, and I'll also be playing Brains, the Idiot Wolfkin Thief. Let's meet my friends and fellow cast members.
I'm Malcolm, your co-GM. I'll also be playing Corinne Rinesmith, the judgy halfling bard.
Hi, I'm Tyr, and I'll be playing Dane Ringson, a human scatterbrain scholar.
I'm Chris, and I'm playing Sigrid, Elfin Huntress.
Hey all, this is Anthony, and I play Kurgan, and he wants to remind you,
you should go and get stuffed.
Hello everyone, this is Sean, and I will be playing Baylor Banefire, Dwarf Artisan Specialist.
I'm Tim, AARPG's latest temporary double seeker probationary player. I play Quiverwing, the enchanting mallard whose spellbinding plumage shivers like distant lightning on a moonlit night.
Together, we'll explore ancient secrets of a long-forgotten empire, facing challenges and forging our destiny in a world where every castle, cave, and crypt holds the echoes of a bygone era. Get ready for an epic journey filled with laughter, suspense, and unforgettable moments in the Misty Vale.
Hello and welcome to the Advanced Age Role Playing Gamers Podcast. I'm Nathan, I'm your host tonight. We are playing Dragonbane. It is episode 39. We are in the Misty Vale, and I've turned the reins back over to Malcolm to bring us to the dramatic conclusion of this whole Dragon Emperor campaign. It might be tonight for some of us. Who knows what's going to happen? I guess it depends which way we go.
Good
Did
job,
I hear you
Nathan.
right? Did you say
job.
the dramatic conclusion?
Dramatic.
No, dramatic.
Oh, okay.
Dramatic. It's like,
where are we going with old ears?
Yeah, okay, Mr.
We all hear what we want to hear. So.
Gelatinous cube.
Gelatinous.
The Germanic cube.
Germanic cube.
It's actually just a big cube of Spätzle.
Basically, yeah.
So if for some odd reason you're watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave some comments too. We'd like to hear some comments about how we're doing.
They don't have to be nice.
Yeah, they don't have to be nice. Even to Matt, they don't have to be nice to Matt.
Would you fight a giant cube made of sauerkraut?
I don't know.
Listen, I can only get so erect.
Jeez.
That's not what I heard. Anyway,
This isn't even his final form.
Dragonbane,
Yes.
episode 39. Take it away, Malcolm.
Okay, when we last left off, the party had just snuck out in the middle of the night from the town of Outskirt, in the hopes of not drawing too much attention. Unfortunately, after knocking over a bucket and hitting a bell and clambering through armor and then burning down a house, you made enough noise to wake half the village. But so only about 20 people of the people saw you actually leave as you slipped away in the night. With your Pathfinder leading the way, you have managed to find a campsite not too far off down the road and slept peacefully without incident until morning. So, then we find a party breaking down camp, finishing off breakfast along the road, trying to decide which way they think they should be going.
So what was for breakfast?
Well, having just left in, there was still a rasher of bacon which they got from the innkeeper, as well as some porridge. Maybe a few fresh berries from the farm that you guys saved from a giant. But that's pretty much it. The rest appears to be travel rations, as far as what I recall people purchasing. A nice good wheel of cheese, though, does make a portion of it.
I have several slices of preserved cake. Just in case.
Good idea. I guess we run into another wizard.
Does cake preserve well?
It depends on the cake.
Rock cake.
Fruit cake.
Well, if you smoke it first, it'll last forever.
Well, dwarven
Potato
smoked cake
pancake.
they'll definitely keep.
A panettone, like those will last forever. I mean,
Yeah, it's a panettone. It will last a pretty good while. So
I
from
got one
Outskirt,
at last Yule. I still think I have it in my backpack.
you should not. You should let it go.
It's sentient now.
So, guys, where are we going?
From Outskirts, you guys can take the road. There is an actual road that goes northward, and does cross the Kuma River. It is a large expanse that existed Woods. Even back till the Dragon Emperor's rule. So it is a bridge that has been there forever. But then basically it leads to a road that heads directly into the Magna Forest, which is said to be haunted and full of unsavory things. But if you stick to the coast along the river, you should be able to take it all the way north to a number of places. But the question is, where are you guys headed? There was some division.
Yeah,
I thought we were going to go take out that evil.
The options were
that's
were
pretty
a tower.
vague. This is all
There's so much evil.
Yeah, I mean, do you mean like evil, like competitive prices as far as how bards are paid, or do you mean like evil, like cleaning fees, or evil like some dark demon who's going to rise up again and take over the world for another 2,000 years?
Yeah, so there's that demon lord guy. Were we going after the demon lord guy, or were we going to look for some help from the orcs? So what are we doing?
We talked about making use of the orcs' banner to rally them to our cause and to serve as cannon fodder.
Didn't you guys make a deal with them already? Against my better judgment?
It worked out for us, did it not?
I think it did.
That's irrelevant.
There was also the band of knights.
My judgment was still
the Knights of the Flame Imperishable riding north of Outskirt somewhere.
Mm-hmm. For a recap of that episode, it happens to be episode 17. I just watched it yesterday.
Yeah. And you had been asked by Harding, the captain of the guard in Outskirts, to take word to the Knights of the Flames Imperishable of the death of Ophelia Shadowleaf, who was apparently murdered by servants, or at least cultists, of Sethmog in the town. He said, as he said before, he only heard reports that they were riding in the north. He had not seen some in a month or so.
Do the cultists of Sethmog have a known church gathering?
No, that is not locally, as far as you're aware of. I mean, basically, maybe a myth and legends will probably give you some idea. That'd probably be helpful.
May I roll myths and legends?
Yes,
there?
You may roll myth and legends. That is no forbiddance.
Okay. I failed.
Okay. As far as you know, they're if they are, they're pretty small.
Okay.
But you're not sure if they have sort of startup little tent churches or if they have hidden shrines places. Though you do recall that in the south there was talk of a whole entire of temples there, but up here you don't really know. And considering that, according to legend, Sethmog ruled the world for over 2,000 years before Elidane and the dragons came and freed the world from him and banished him back to his own realm. So technically, maybe there could be hundreds of shrines all over the world, for all you know. So there's not really a good, clear answer. You haven't heard none of the actual cultists you run to, or at least tortured and beaten or whatever, ever mentioned, I need to get back to my church.
I have a weird question.
Is it weird, Shane?
It is. And I don't think we've ever asked this question this whole time we've been together. We know that Elidane crafted the sword. He founded the Empire. It lasted for hundreds of years. With an iron and a fiery hand. So lots of good and lots of bad. But what happened to the dragons after the fall of the Empire? Where did they go?
They're still around.
Some said they went to the wild. Others say they went to the far east, across the Sea of Dreams.
But they're not in the Vale. No one's seen one in a Vale.
You've heard roars occasionally, but no one's actually seen one. But then again, understand that the Vale is covered with heavy cloud cover and a mist that pervades everything, hence its name, which has occurred since, which only recently has become, well.
There was about a year there where I saw one every day.
Yeah, it's just, they seemed to be so prevalent during the Empire, and then for them just to not.
Well, I mean, no demons, no dragons, right?
Well,
now
Corinne
there's
goes,
plenty of-
also, it's something you even said, Dane. I mean, the Emperor ruled, yes. And then after he passed, his children ruled, and maybe and squabbled and so forth. The more humans that they were, or at least corruptible and selfish, the less they were connected with the dragons. And the dragons, therefore, were less connected to the humans and then drifted away. It is something that the elder races have discussed before.
Just curious. I mean, we're seeing the emergence of old legends. You know, we've
Perhaps they will return too when someone worthy shows themselves.
As we all turn to Baylor.
Of course, I'm here.
Someone worthy.
I am worthy.
We'll see.
Is the worthy person standing behind Balo?
Maybe.
Well, again, so we are no closer to making a decision here.
The worshippers of Sathmog gather, correct?
Well, there's two.
Well, I just asked about locations where the worshippers of Sathmog gather.
Well, we know where the Bovine Knight rode.
Okay, according to my notes, we know of two places. We know of the Isle in the Mirror Lake, where the undead archpriest is, and then also the Temple of the Purple Flame.
But do we know where the Temple of the Purple Flame is?
I actually might have. Let me consult my notes. It's in the Marches, Magna Woods in the Diseased Forest, which is where we saw the demon riding the cow backwards, headed in that direction.
Indeed.
So both options to the north.
So we go north, huh?
Yeah,
not west.
I fail to see anything leading us any of the other directions.
Life, liberty.
Well, life is a good choice.
Pursuit, wealth.
Yeah, life.
I mean, we could
Certainly
give
less likely
the
to be
silly-looking
murdered.
sword to the knights and the banner and let them go get the orcs, and they can go do it, and we can go back to the bar and drink.
No. Wait, the sword's fine with us. We
I do not know that the knights could necessarily be
safer.
trusted with that power.
I mean, they follow the same tenets that Eladane did, was cleansing the world through fire.
North it is, I guess.
Yes, we should go north.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I
Dane
trust
is,
their order.
Dane, can you carry this for me, please? It's really heavy.
I was
Thank you.
saying that
You're so good at it.
You know, the knights follow the same tenets that Eladane did, was cleansing the world through holy fire. And as we all saw and all felt, that wasn't exactly the best method of governance in the whole.
Oh, I changed my
Bingo.
mind suddenly.
Yeah, I exactly remember being burned several times by the overall righteous power of that imperial rule. So, hence, west.
And his wizard was unkind to people.
If we happen across the knights, I say we merely inform them. We merely inform them of Ophelia's Shadowleaf's end, and then continue on our merry way and hope word of our efforts have not made it to them yet.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I'm
That's
sure we can
good-
take the
that's fair.
demon all by ourselves.
Well,
Let's not be
I
too
mean,
hasty.
much like everything else we've done, why don't we just head in a direction and play it by ear for now?
Okay.
Pardon
we're
the
not-
pun, we should wing it.
We're not big planners.
What do we think is in the Mirror Lake? The Isle in the Mirror Lake? Again?
Oh, that is that's the undead right hand of the Lich.
Sathmog.
Yes, that is Azagoth.
Yeah,
Who more than likely
I'm
will
in
be
the-
opening the gate
Azrael
to
Koth, yeah.
bring Sathmog here, if he should be free.
So
But he's-
killing his right-hand man would likely bring him here?
No, we'll do the exact opposite, probably.
It'd make him weaker in this realm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm all for making the bad guy weaker before we headlong rush toward him.
The trouble is, the Mirror Lake lies beyond the Magna Woods, so we open ourselves up to the dangers of the Magna Woods en route.
And it may be that this demon is causing these unearthly, this destruction and these weird things. We would save the town. But I will go where the cheese wheel goes.
There's rumor that a demonic presence is already spreading out of the Magna Woods, according to the rumors that I have heard and written down in my book. Otherwise, I would not have heard them. But so there might already be something there.
So the question is, do we face the stronger threat of the those in the Temple of the Purple Flame with the Demon Sorcerer, or do we try and attack the Demon Sorcerer first to weaken the hold at the temple? I suspect we should do the latter.
Go to the temple first?
No, go to the Mirror Lake.
I don't think I'm of the impression is if we can't handle the minor threat first, we wouldn't be able to handle the centuries-old Archlich. I mean, we can discuss this while we're going.
Yeah.
A Lich counts as an undead thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Isn't the Temple of the Purple Flame where Sathmog?
No. Temple of the Purple Flame is there's an evil demonic presence, but where Sathmog would come through would be on the island Mirror Lake with his right hand undead Lich Archmage.
There has been no knowledge as far as where he would come.
True. We don't know where. But it is thought that the Archmage would bring Sathmog back into the world, which would be in the Mirror Lake. Unless he's escaped.
It could already
We've
be too
already
late.
killed one demon. They're not so bad. Nothing a little dragon.
If we, in our time at the inn, overheard talk of where the Sathmog worshippers might expect this arrival to be?
No, even you never haven't overheard any talk, and you never brought that question to them when you've encountered them in the past.
Very well. Next one we come across, we shall interrogate that.
So you start on the path north. Fortunately, there is what remains of the grand road of the Empire going north from the village, which means your pathfinding is a lot easier. Pretty much just tell them to stick on the road and they probably won't die. It's pretty good work for you as far as you're concerned. Siggy. So there won't be any need for a bushcraft roll as long as you guys stay on the road, which leads north. And it continues without incident, and for the first half of the day, there is nothing of note that occurs. It is just before noon when you see a group of people heading towards you. You can give me an awareness roll, I think is what you'll need.
An awareness
All of us,
roll?
or just...
Whoever wants to be it, who wants to make a note beforehand. I'm
aware.
I rolled a demon.
Okay.
I rolled a 2.
Okay.
I also rolled a 2.
Ooh, I rolled a dragon.
Aaron did not roll because he's still fidgeting with his armor.
17.
For Quicksilver, and those who made 2 and above, but within success, you recognize, you think, two of the people. It appears to be those 2 old ladies. There is a wheelbarrow. There's also a very large man, a very muscular man who's pushing the wheelbarrow. Someone in the wheelbarrow and another woman beside them. Brains? You recognize the woman in the wheelbarrow.
Oh.
It's Nolita, the woman from the bar in Black Ridge.
Oh, the one from... Okay. Huh.
Yeah, the drunk from the bar who would sit out there and just go, we're all drunk by necessity. That crazy one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Friends by choice, drunk by necessity. That one. She appears to be the woman in the wheelbarrow. But they are just sort of walking on one side of the road as a party. You don't recognize the third woman, who is very attractive. Almost startlingly so,
Like, how far away are they?
This is like maybe they're about maybe.
So it's
maybe like 12 meters away. So a good distance. When you spot them and they're not stopping, and I don't know if you guys stopped, but by the time
I'll call out and say, is your companion injured?
The old ladies will wave, and once they get close enough, they won't say anything until they won't shout. Which is even though you guys shout, they just will wave, but they won't shout until they get close. And then Perpetual goes, no, she's not exactly what I would call injured. Not sober, drunk maybe, but definitely not injured in any way.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, did you all know? Simplicity Ward and Perpetual Gristle are here. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Dane just puts his book down. He's been reading the whole time.
These are the ladies that we bought the turnips from, right?
Yeah, so
Yes.
you're trading turnips for old drunks.
Oh, not exactly. She looks over at Simplicity and goes, well, I mean, it was kind of, well, I just thought an old friend pops up. We should definitely take her home if she's going to be drunk and walking around in the woods. And so I wasn't going to leave her there, so I had Clem put her in the barrel.
That's
The
probably
attractive
wise.
woman who hasn't said anything to this point, so looks and goes, well, we couldn't exactly leave her there. She's been missing for some time, and it seemed the right thing to do. He, after all, technically is... Well, anyway.
Out of game question, is that the woman from the time loop?
Yeah.
Yes. That is the woman drunk in the bar from the time
Holy
loop.
crap.
Yeah, it was like, isn't that the woman from the time loop?
I believe it is, yes.
She's just...
I
speaking,
argued
I know,
with her a
Lena
lot,
goes,
yeah.
all right, over in him, Freddie, ma. And then slumps back in.
Wait,
Well, that sounds about right.
didn't Corgan date her for one of those loops?
Who
For
hasn't?
about
Yes.
a month, I think.
Yes, about a month.
That was messy.
Well,
It was. For her.
Perpetua goes, I cannot go into what may have happened with you or her. If she owes you money, we are not responsible.
No, she was trapped in the past with us, and we know how we escaped, but we don't know how she escaped. It shouldn't have been possible. We
Trapped
killed,
in
we killed a demon to do it.
Well, presumably when we killed
was
the demon,
she-
others were left.
She wasn't from the past, right?
You guys never talked to her to find out very much. She was always usually just too drunk.
Because the cultist and that woman, they
the cultists
popped out
in
too.
the orc, yes,
Yeah,
they
the
did.
others who were trapped inside surely escaped once the
Yeah.
temple.
Right.
The-
So
those
she
who were
must
trapped
have
inside popped
been
out.
Trapped there too.
We just don't know where they happened to
Darg
reveal
does not
themselves.
figure any of this out.
Yeah, we
He doesn't even know you guys are talking about time loops.
Okay.
He's looking at the wheel of the car going, that's some big cheese.
Yes, so she just goes, well, anyway, we're headed back to Outskirts. That way we can hopefully avoid any more of those horrible nights.
Lich, though, where did you happen to find her?
Oh, well, we found her out by the, well, actually we found her in the river. That to be
Excuse me,
honest.
you said horrible nights. Do you mean like the end of the day, or do you mean like mounted in armor?
No,
shiny,
no,
shiny?
those are terrible nights of the flame imperishable, running around, harassing people, demanding. They believe the legendary blade of the Dragon Emperor has been found.
You mean that one?
Just slap him upside the head.
They all three of the women turn their head and look. Not Nalila, she's just sitting in the barrel, and the guy carrying, pushing the barrel doesn't look, but they all look at the blade.
I forgot I wasn't supposed to say anything.
Well,
Did you?
Well,
Did
it's
you
as
forget?
he takes his hand out, it's written. Don't say anything about the sword, Dane.
Oh, well, yes.
forget?
Cat's in
Well.
the bag.
that's going to be a difficulty for you. I was just avoiding them. Well, but she goes,
Perhaps we should wrap the sword for one.
What is your intent with the sword? Simplicity goes, yeah, that would be a good question. What do you plan on doing with it? You have it?
Well, Baylor's gonna kill that Lich.
Yes, I'm going to use my superior skills to strike down the Lich. I am the natural choice.
He's very good at throwing it.
Let's not
It's a
talk
throwing
about that.
sword.
He missed everyone with it.
So it is. So the attractive woman, the young one who you haven't seen, who goes, so it is your intent to slay Azrael Koth,
Well, that's
the
that's
undying undying high priest of Southmog.
well, allegedly undying.
It's our intent to ensure the demon lord does not take
Yes.
over.
He was not dead. They couldn't kill him. The Emperor couldn't kill him, so he imprisoned him on the island on the Middle Lake. And there, surrounded with a shroud of poisonous corrosive gas to prevent anyone from going there. And then had several legions, it's questionable the number, of his loyal knights, preserved forever to guard him. So I'd pretty much think that maybe he might be a long-lived, or at least long.
Well, perhaps
At least he's
you're right.
going to hang around for a while. But know this, Dwarf Forge Master. While the sword will clear away the poisonous gas and allow you to reach the island, and it is the one thing that Azakoth fears, it is also a weapon that he needs to fulfill his destiny.
Oh, well, that might be a bad idea going there then.
If he is not stopped, of course, his master will return, I suppose. And you could possibly delay it. That is the intent of the Knights of the Imperial Plain. They will take it back out of this valley and far from here, to the master of their legions.
Well, they don't have a very good history with, they want to burn everything.
They do believe that flame purifies. And believe
Yes.
me, as witches, we are quite aware of what they think of us and how they plan to apply flames.
Well, we
Purify
can't have
things.
that.
And that may apply also she looks around and goes, wizards too, I suppose, and mages, and other conjurers of all nature. After all, they have had conflicts with necromancers. And sort of lumped them all magical practitioners in the same bin. I'm just saying.
So this island in Mirror Lake, is the mage and his minions seeking to leave it, and are they getting any success in doing so? Or
He cannot leave the island at all without the sword.
So how would he aid in the return of the demon lord Sathmog if he's imprisoned on the island and can do naught from there?
His body is imprisoned on the island.
So he can
Not
act
his
beyond the
mind.
bounds of the island.
Have you not seen the bats at night?
We did not know the origin of those bats. Are they his doing?
That is what Perpetua believes. And she goes, it is my belief that he is in some way sending messages and talking to them. The cultists that we have encountered seem too organized. They are going on missions for Azakoth in the name of Southbog. Which means that if he is, he may not be off the island. He still has influence.
Dane checks both of his hands. He goes, okay, no. Well, what about that demon that was made of bats that we just killed?
That's true. We did kill a demon made of bats. It
Ooh.
almost sucked my life away.
They sort of stop and they gather in a little threesome and start talking. Whispers.
It wasn't written down. I could talk about that. Totally not.
Yes, that is a matter of the first sight and the second thought. True. They all break up and come back.
First sight and second thought.
Well, says Petra, that has shown some great heroics, having defeated a demon made of bats, probably a bloodsucker of some sort.
Does Dane recall the name of the demon?
I don't think we got it.
The type of demon. It was.
Yeah, I think it was a
Blood
blood
demon,
demon.
right?
Blood demon.
Yeah.
Now, you must understand, we don't normally deal with with demons in the same matter, or at least in the same amount of martial capacity. Clever talk, quick moves, avoiding entanglements is usually the best for us. We're not as powerful as some, in our way, but we don't need to be. We're not concerned with such things usually. We leave that up to heroes like yourselves. To which the third one goes, after all, you are the bearer of the Sword of Valor, and she has her moonbow, and he has the sword of the Eladane Emperor, the Emperor Eladane.
Yes.
So that's
I have
more than
Beam
enough.
Crusher.
And you have because you seem to have enough implements in which to deal with a
And I
number
have
of
this
things.
giant stick.
I think that's
Do you know something of the origins of this bow? We found it in the grave of someone, but we know nothing beyond it.
And we saw it in the past.
She sort of looks at you and goes, from what I understand, it was an elven bow of some magic. It was from the forest far, far to the east. South of here, but far to the east. Perhaps maybe if you run into more of your kin, they can greater enlighten you. But I know it's called a moonbow, and it is vulnerable supposedly against undead.
Ooh. Well, thank you for that bit of knowledge, and we will look into it further.
Now,
Do you know of the Sword of Valor?
well, yeah, we've heard about Astrid.
Oh, you know her.
Oh, no. We'll not touch it.
Oh, no,
That's not
I just
good.
don't. I don't have much.
She's
of
like,
that.
it's like one
I
of
don't
those
have the
things
history
you,
of her.
No, it's like one of those things you know, but you don't really want to be involved with them, and they show up at parties and you avoid them. But you know about them. Yes.
Oh,
They usually lead to a lot of adventure and running around and doing things that involves a lot of blood.
I was just curious if there was more I could learn about her, but I mean, she saved me twice.
Oh, basically all I know. It's a magical sword named Astrid, the Sword of Valor, which somehow imbues the person wielding it with the true virtues of I think it was a knightly hero? I am not certain if it's cursed or not. It just seems to go to a lot of people's heads.
Oh no, we got rid of the curse item we had. It caused a, he holds up his bandaged hand. Is like it extracted a bit of a heavy price.
Where did you stick that finger? And
In a ring.
That's not
Places
for
it
us
does
to
not
ask. Do not
belong.
ask where he sticks his fingers. Look what happened with Quinn.
In a ring.
Miserable beast belches.
Like I said, avoid the knights if you can. To which the lady goes, that smells like finger. No. He rolls over.
Smells like fingers.
Have you seen any gatherings of the Nightkin in your journeys?
We did come across a patrol a couple of days ago. We think they were headed towards a chieftain.
Which direction were they headed?
North, I believe.
Excellent. Well, I mean, we are headed north, but we'll have to try to avoid the knights.
But you might need to get off the road at some point. But it probably won't be safest until after you cross the bridge.
Oh, ladies. Thank you for the information. I have something for you. This rat. And he brings out a little cage with a rat in it. This rat traveled with us from the past. It might possibly be immortal.
An immortal rat.
Possibly. I haven't tested it. I've just
I was
fed it
thinking
cheese.
maybe a little bit of fun, but fine. So simplicity will take the rat. Oh, it's a nice rat. Look at that. He's got all his legs.
And it might be immortal. It's
Oh, that
certainly
might be
old.
useful, I suppose.
Only time will tell.
Corinne goes, sometimes he's absolutely brilliant. Sometimes. Well, they will thank you for the rat.
And your name? Your name, kind lady?
Winifred Boggs.
Winifred Boggs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, very nice to meet you. Thank you.
I don't know if you're welcome. As Dog, the bastard says. Only time will tell.
And if you'd be so kind as to keep word of our possessions to yourselves, it'd be
We
much
think it's
appreciated.
best. Discretion is important. I hope you guys learn that as well.
As do
Clem?
most of us.
Clem, let's get moving.
He rolls up his sleeve and there's like notes of things not to say now. I'm learning.
To write notes, yes.
The big guy, lifts his into the barrel and begins pushing it along. And they just start to take off. And you continue on the road. There is no other encounters before as dusk begins to settle in and you can see the bridge, which is an impressive expanse across the Kuma River, consisting of a large, wide expanse as far as, with several pillars and an arches that hold up this stone bridge that obviously was built during the time of the Emperor based on its architecture. And the road that goes off of it does not seem to match its overall grandeur, having been worn away by time. But the bridge itself seems to be almost untouched by it. You can either choose to camp on this side of the road or on the far side. On the far side, it would mean you'd probably get there at night, like it would be already dark by the time you reach the other side of the bridge from where you are. But you'd be over the river, which is your major obstacle to going any further north. But you'd be you'd be up against the road continues into the Magna Woods, but the Magna Woods would be right there between you and the river.
Is there
Personally, I
You
would,
be the back roads on one side, the river on the other. If you go side, that's all to know.
personally, I'd rather not have my back to the river in case we run into cultists or something, but that's just me being a little paranoid. What do you guys think?
Well, regardless of which side of the river we're on, we'll have the river to our backs at one end or the other.
Well, I
If
mean,
you-
but Magna Woods, diseased forest in front of us, and then river to the back of us. That's kind of what I'm...
Oh,
And the other side is cultists and knights and the river to the back of us. The question is, which can be done more securely? What's the
Maybe
lay of the
not-
land like here? Is there any cups of trees, shrubberies, or is it just open farmland, which is more defensible?
I mean, there is some open, not only open farmland, but sort of open hills. But there are various crops of trees that you can find that are located not too far from one another. There's even some ruins of what appears to have been at some point possibly a watchtower. But that would be, to get to that, it's going to be cutting off the road and going a little bit further south and west to get to that tower. And you would reach it by nightfall. Well, it would be defensible. You would lose some time starting off again from there. You can
Is that a
find
location? I'm sorry, go ahead.
is that a location? Let me see if I can.
No. Is there a location where we can observe the road and people passing by on the road from it, or no?
There
It's
may
too
be,
far.
if you go back a little bit, you did pass sort of crops of trees that would be big enough that you guys can camp there. It's not near the river. You could observe the road. Yes.
Well, my recommendation would be to travel back to the copse of trees where we could observe passersby on the road, maybe to see who carries word from Outskirt northward. And to be more defensible than facing the armies of the Dark Woods.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I bow to your wisdom in this.
Always bowing.
Okay.
Very well, that's
Part of the knightly virtues.
Why don't you give me a bushcraft roll to,
Oh, can I assist?
if you wish to, that would help give her a boost. I suppose.
Yeah, I'll assist. I have a 15, so.
I got a 2 and a 7, so yes, I did a success.
Good for you.
Okay. So you are able to find that's not difficult to find it, but to find a place to set up camp within the woods, which you would be able to at least get the group set up and maybe even set up one of the tents that would not be visible from the road and passively. You can decide on a campfire or not. It might be good to probably have it because even, it's not too cold being the end of summer, living into fall.
I would suggest that since we are now a very wanted party, we should keep it without the fire.
Yeah, it's probably best.
Yes.
And we set up watches
That's a good idea.
throughout the night.
Okay.
Just waiting for a moment to talk to you about me charging an object with some willpower.
Okay. So, using the charge spell.
I'm going to charge and spell seal. It's called spell seal? Magic seal.
Magic seal.
I am pouring the willpower into a stone that I can use to heal somebody with.
Yeah.
That way we have the healing magic stored up, even if I can't do something else. Does that make sense?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. So combining charge with magic seal. So I'm going to spend 14 willpower and then...
And you make 3 rolls.
Then I make 3 rolls and I can get a stone that will heal 3d8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will make
Which
my
he
3
will
rolls.
throw at your wounded head.
Right. Yes,
Healed!
I will.
Thanks.
You are healed.
Okay, so that is what you're doing.
Yes, that's what I'm doing before bed.
Okay, before bed. And the party breaks up into various shifts to cover the overnight.
Yes, we should probably do that. I'll take first shift.
Alone?
I'll take middle of the night.
That is something I should inform all of you who don't recall, absolutely none of you are of people of the kin that can see in the dark, I believe. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, yes.
We can hear in the dark.
Yes. You
Some
can
of us.
fortunately hear in the dark.
Are we doubling up on watches or are we single?
We could three shifts, 2 each.
Okay. I'll stay up with I'll do middle shift with Dane.
Okay.
Doing middle shift? Damn it. Okay, I'll take the first shift.
With Baylor.
Okay. Yes, great. It's awesome.
Darg will take last shift.
And Kieran will take it with you.
Oh, very nice. You can sing.
No, we're trying to not be noticed, so I'm not going to be singing.
Rock you
Could
like
you-
a hurricane.
We're gonna play.
hum?
No, we're gonna play a game called Quiet Mouse. We're gonna see who can be the quietest. You first. You're gonna be Quiet Mouse. You want to win, so we keep trying again until you win the game. All right. Excellent. So 1, 2, 3, Quiet Mouse.
So when you go to shift, right, you do that. He grabs a piece of cheese and goes huddles in a corner in the dark and just sits and nibbles for the whole shift.
It's going to bind you up.
That's actually probably for the best.
Might be right.
Siggy, before I go to sleep,
Yes.
if you hold on to this rock and you yell out quivering rocks, it will heal you for 3d8 damage. Sorry, it'll heal you. That's what I'll say.
It was like.
I'm overhearing this, and I like start looking around the ground, and I pick up a rock and I put it in my pocket.
Thank you.
You never know.
Thank you very much. We'll make sure it gets good use.
Good luck.
So, Darg,
Yes.
give me an awareness roll at a bane.
Can you have
Correct.
double banes?
Yes, you can have
Yeah.
this. You can have like.
So I just want you to know I have a bane to awareness because of my helmet.
Okay.
You don't
so
have to
add-
wear your
so you add
helmet
that.
where you're-
Yeah. He's on.
I'm
He's
on
on.
guard
This is
duty.
dark. This is dark.
Okay. Yeah.
So yes, you can
All
have.
right.
You can have like multiple veins, and you can. Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me find another die. All right, I am rolling my 3 dice against awareness, which is a 7.
No.
Ooh,
One
I
below.
got a 3, an 11, and a 13. So 13. No.
Okay. Okay.
I am mousing, eating cheese. I can't see in the dark. We didn't lit a fire. I can't see anything. So
So I guess it's you, Siggy, who is awakened by the cool lantern light. What is your name? Says the voice.
Bolt upright and grab my bow.
There's 2 elves. One has a bow, nothing as nice as yours. The other one seems to have a staff with has a staff with a little lantern on it.
Now, how are they dressed? Are they dressed in anything that might show that they might have a tattoo of some sort?
No, they're not
trust the
wearing.
shoes.
They're not wearing chiffon. Yeah, no. They appear to be dressed like hunters. They have lacy leathers and so forth, and getting gear and so forth.
May our humble little campsite welcome you, my friends. I am Sigyn Watavanvatia.
I am Dolanil, and this is my sister, Orphan. We were wondering if you had seen knights traveling with an elf in their company. Not voluntarily, of course. We came across your camp, and we didn't want to wake anyone else.
And you can literally see Darg and Darg and Corinne on the other side of the camp discussing, that cheese, that's mine. No, quiet. They are completely oblivious. And someone has obviously someone has started a fire as well over there.
This wasn't me.
They're not the best in the wilderness.
We thought it was best not to frighten them. They still have not noticed our lantern. But
I can tell you, it wasn't Darg who started the fire because there's a 5 in bushcraft.
Oh, well, yeah. Let me look at it.
Corinne doesn't like being cold.
There you go.
So.
Yeah. She got it. She got it, man. It took a while, but she got it started. I know you're supposed to make
start a fire or cuddle with Darg under the orc banner.
You're supposed to make a trench around it, and then you put the wood in the middle. And then there's other stuff. But she figures it out and gets it. Look at me. I'm a little bushcrafter. Don't put that log on there yet.
So I turned to them and I say, no, I'm afraid you're actually amongst the first of our kind I've seen in these parts in quite some time.
Yeah, most of us are leaving the area. Well, most of our people have left the area except for the Iron Woods. I heard that too. I don't know where that's from. It was like a little voice in the dark. But
that's what I hear. It's so dark. That's how elves sound.
All the time, yeah.
But our friend, Aileel, was abducted by a knight, or I believe of the Knights Imperishable. We are searching for her still.
When did you first hear of her being in their company?
4 days ago.
Because we have heard tale of the knights patrolling north of Outskirt, but we have not yet encountered them. Is there a possibility they still may be northward of us?
No, we believe they are actually further west, probably heading to that fort.
Having already crossed the river, or no?
No, without crossing the river. They must have come from that way, from the river over to here. We are currently in the process of trying to track them down. Since some haven't been seen, we will find their path, we will rescue our friend, and they will pay dearly.
Surely they
We could use a wielder of a moonbow to help us.
No, you recognize the bow?
Indeed.
What can you tell me of it? We found it in a cave some time ago.
You do not know the bow of Loomferren. That is a forest far, far to the east. There is a nation of elves there. In the ancient days, before the alliance with the men, these bows were made. Let us step away. I don't think they'll notice.
No, it's certainly not.
Yes, well, his sister goes, they were a series, I would call them, I guess, ordained warriors, often wearing long blue cloaks covered with stars. The bows, once bathed in moonlight, or waved in the full moonlight, would come to their full power, and they would last until the new moon, and the ritual will be repeated again. But she looks up, but being in the Misty Vale, I do not know if you will find a place to see the moon here. No wonder. It does not have its
We've not had the fortune of many a clear night here.
Any arrow it fires is the bane of any undead that are struck by it. It was used when fighting a certain army of undead in the ancient days, before the forest fell, where the Swin Temple is to the south. Now that forest is dead, the prophecies are still given. Anyway, it would be useful to have such a wielder with us, if you're willing to depart from your company and go with us to hunt.
I very much would love the opportunity. However, I fear the trials that await my party have a significance to this land, and maybe beyond the Vale as well.
Well, we must rescue our friend. We will seek you out, perhaps once we have done that.
And rest assured, if we happen to come across these knights and we find another of our kin, prisoners to them, we shall do our best to see her freed.
Be wary, is all I can simply say. But yes,
If you do, safe journeys.
To you as well. Thank you.
And they head off for the night. The next morning comes without further incident.
I'll say, while they're talking, Kern and Darg are talking, I just walk over, kick dirt over the fire, and go back to bed.
That is not going to help the fire, because that is the worst. I thought, no.
How did you sneak up on us?
That was like amazing.
I know.
It's like elven powers. He goes, to which Kern goes, you do realize that I have no ability to see now, because now it's super dark, but you just kicked the light, and it's getting colder.
Sun will be up shortly.
Thank God. Okay, so there's a bit of disappointment as the fire is snuffed out, but the next morning arrives. The only thing amiss is, miserable beast coming back into camp with feathers in his mouth.
What kind of feathers?
Make a bushcraft roll. Anyway, I don't know.
Do they look like duck feathers?
I believe those are giant rock feathers. Is it just like one feather?
One giant feather.
Yeah. He's using it like a toothpick.
Oh no! Blair!
The rarest creatures ever gone.
Dodo lost.
Our donkey
rolled a
seems to
5.
have eaten a griffin.
I've got a crafting of 6. A bushcraft of 6.
Yeah, I made my bushcraft as well.
You think it's a feather, but you realize it's probably not from a bird. Yeah, the griffin seems more like a likely choice, but what? No,
Wait.
probably not.
Are there
Probably just a big
griffin
arse.
leg sticking out of its mouth, still twitching.
Nope,
Are
just
there
a feather.
more feathers matted around its crotch? Oh.
Which it never really does bay like a donkey. It just sort of. It's kind of like what would happen if a lion attempted to imitate a donkey kind of sound, and it just sort of doesn't come out.
I'm gonna go make breakfast that doesn't turn my stomach.
It's like reverse Narnia.
Yes. So, and otherwise the morning rises, breakfast is served, the camp is broken down cold, and you guys can begin your journey. There before you is the road again that you can get back on, and the bridge that lies across the river, and on the far side, the Magna Woods, and a path off the road that will go further north. The road itself does go into the woods itself, though.
Maybe we should divert from the path now, or from the road now.
After we cross the river.
But you'll need
After
to
we cross the river, yes.
Mhm.
Do
And
we
as
hear
we walk,
about?
Yeah, as we walk, I relayed the story of my encounter last night.
Well, that's a crazy dream.
Dane stops in the road. He goes, "Wait a minute. You can ask for help. Why aren't we helping them?"
I don't think we have the time. We are already out in the wilds with the swords, the followers of the demon lords seek, as well as those who seek to cleanse the earth and fire.
And Siggy, you have the impression that they necessarily didn't want any non-elves to go with them.
I'm making excuses for them.
Okay.
I would have helped.
I understand and I appreciate the offer, but I fear our mission has a bit of a precedence. We'll help them if we can.
All right, I'm going to add that to my list. He's got a big. You can see it as it opens the book to do heroic quests to save elf captive from bad knights. Okay.
As far as being able to expose the bow to moonlight, you would need to get to a higher elevation at the edge of the valley. Could it be done? Possibly, yeah. We'll see.
Let's cross
Not
that
from around
bridge. Let's do it.
Yeah. So after we cross the bridge, are we going west or east?
We know where Mirror Lake is, so if we're going to there first, we should.
Do you guys get a picture of the map?
Northwest.
Yeah, let's go ahead and see a refresher map.
Or actually, on the far side of the bridge, we could just kind of follow the southern edge of the Magna Woods to get to the lake.
And the kindly ones did remind us to get off the road at some point, and I suggest that we
call
do.
them
we do
that?
so.
The kindly ones?
Well, that is what you call a coven of witches, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably best.
I guess.
I mean, did you all not know they're witches?
Oh, we knew.
So where? Oh, did we just cross that bridge right there in the center?
I mean, the one literally had like a witch tattooed
So
on her
if we
chest.
just follow the road, it'll take us to the purple tower.
That bridge is that's the bridge you just crossed. Was that bridge in the middle? So this is the bridge. This is the bridge in question.
Purple temple,
and there's a shadow.
The temple does seem closer.
Yeah, but we're not quite ready for the temple yet, right?
We do not know what awaits us in either case.
Yeah, we don't know which is stronger. Which is a stronger source of evil: the undead Lich with his undead knights and living on the lake for centuries, or whatever demons are happening at this purple temple, or if we can even handle this at all. But I don't know. Me personally, going off of what Brains just said, I would rather not have enemies to our front and back.
Do not fear. It is okay. We should go forward to the temple. It is there. Let us just strike ahead and do this. We have sword thrower. We have the great lightning duck, right? And we have Brains, our tactician, Siggy, our bow, and you with your notes. You're safe.
We can get distracted and go many different directions and face many different enemies. The longer we delay, the more enemies we'll find. So I do believe Dog has a point on this.
I'm for going towards the temple, but off the road.
Oh, I didn't say
the only thing I can think of being good on the road is, what if we encounter those knights and they have that elf girl?
Well,
Traveling
I thought
through the wood. Yeah.
I thought the knights were south of the bridge right now. Isn't that what you told us, Iggy?
We believe them to be south of the bridge. We are not certain. We did not encounter them on the way from Outskirt, certainly. So unless they have some camp elsewhere.
Besides, do you not want to capture one of these cultists? If we hide from them, we won't capture any.
I'm not sure that's how hiding works.
We can hide so they don't see us, but then capture them unawares.
That's how hiding works.
Much how it would have worked last night when our watch failed us.
Why? Did something happen? Were we attacked?
With whom do you think I conversed?
Why? Nobody.
Precisely.
Let's put it to a vote. Temple, lake. Those for the temple, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
So 3. And those for the lake?
Aye.
Aye.
2, 3. Great. 3 and 3.
So we must now do a game of chance.
What's Corinne say?
Let me consult.
I vote for Outskirt.
All right. You know what? Can we spare 5 minutes while you all eat the cold oats that I've prepared overnight?
Took you overnight to make cold oats. We had a fire, but someone had to kick dirt on it.
So we didn't die.
Hater of warmth.
I'm going to consult my notes on what might be the best for us in this situation, and I'll spend the 3 willpower points to do intuition.
Okay.
It's going to be to go to Outskirts.
It might be. I mean, this is where I
go to Outskirts.
This is where I asked the DM for advice.
Go and have a beer.
Let me read this. I don't know if it says it. Will it have to answer anything? You may ask a question directly and receive a helpful answer.
The question is,
which will represent your general knowledge and should only aid you in the decision making.
Based on our current party makeup and strength, which would be more in our wheelhouse to handle, the temple or the lake?
Ooh, not a good question.
Not a good question.
Let me ask it. So
well,
yeah. Well, you're the one with the skill, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Got 9 fingers. I don't make the best choices.
With your wheelhouse, what would be the best one to take?
Yeah, I mean, knowing
based on the knowledge. Based on the knowledge you
Dana's
have.
Dana's basing it on the legends of the Temple of the Purple Flame, the demons that that may or may not be infecting the land around it, Magna Woods, and the legends of the arch priest of the Dragon Empire, who's undead, who's surrounded by undead knights in this mirror lake.
Okay, you're well. Now here, let's just weigh a few things, and then I'll give you the. I mean, you have defeated demons before. You have defeated some undead before. Actually, did you just flee from him, or you defeated the knight, the undead knight in the bitter mound, as well as the skeletons in the forest, and you've defeated demons, both the blood demon and then defeated X in the village of Blackridge. So in both cases,
Ridge.
Not Rock Ridge. So the question is, you've shown the ability to at least deal with the baseline of both of those, but you've never encountered a Lich. Unless particularly one that's been known for undying and ever living, or with magical powers. So you don't really, you don't have no experience in that. So the temple, it does have a cloud of disease, which I don't know if your healing's going to help you with that, but you only have one healer and a rock, so maybe that'll work.
2 rocks.
The sword is the one thing that can kill Azakoth. The sword is the one thing that can get you to the island of Azak, on the Middle Lake. At least be able to walk.
Azakoth is the Lich, right?
Azakoth is the Lich.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
In service of Sagmoth.
Okay. Did y'all notice that on the map there's like a creature that's the size of a town to the right of the. Okay. Yeah. Just want to throw that out there.
Here there be dragons. Pay the dragon no attention.
Okay.
I also note that Bob Tower of Bob's Towers and Towers is not on the map, and that's just an oversight by Free League.
It is.
Yeah, it is. That's one criticism I have.
He is by far my favorite NPC of this entire campaign.
Oh, really? That's good to know.
Malcolm's running. You don't have to kiss up to me.
Yeah. You have failed miserably. So, based on that, you are probably at the caliber to take on the temple. Would be the
I'll lay this out for everybody.
Easier one, I guess.
I mean, and if we could handle the temple, then maybe we could handle the Lich. I mean, I can't believe I'm even saying these words, but
Lich, please.
I think it's here in front of us if we just travel, and maybe we'll get some more information along the way that'll help us figure this out.
All right. So,
let's go.
You cross the river. Remaining on the road, crossing the great river, on the great span across the river Kumar, you reach the other side. Nothing immediately happens. You see before you the road continues on, though it becomes a bit more broken up and stony. Even with it appears like certain things are thrown across it, further as it disappears into the misty woods to the north and Magna. Of course, the coastline continues both east and west. Well, east, northeast, and southwest. And you can see what looks like ruins further to the northwest along the shores.
So how dense do the woods appear to be beside the road?
Not, but they beside the road, they are particularly dense, like most of the forest. It's surprisingly so, but the road itself is clear, which means that it's perfect for an ambush for someone to watch you without being seen and move along the woods. But it's far enough away that you cannot quickly jump off the road to seek refuge in there. You would be exposed for at least a little bit before getting from the road to the woods on the side. But it's well within bowshot, or even crossbow possibly.
So we can slow down our pace and traverse through the woods alongside the road.
That would take a lot of work on your part to get them through there.
But it is conversely, the less likely to expose us to the hazards of other more threatening parties.
I think it's quite possible.
I mean, you're the Pathfinder. I'm whatever way you think is best.
As long as we can mind our surroundings appropriately, I think we should wander alongside the road through the woods.
Okay.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
So we go to the probably the west side of the road. Or, the west side of the road, up heading north.
Okay, staying on the right side of the road, but you're going to go in through the woods to go up that road. Fine. You're going to stay into the wood line.
Into the wood line to the left of the road.
All right. It is a tangle of woods. It's different from the ironwoods, where the ironwoods were older and had mostly sort of like, I would say, delicious trees. I guess that's the word. Whatever.
Deciduous?
Deciduous trees.
Yeah.
Mostly deciduous trees were in the ironwoods.
And possibly delicious.
And some delicious trees. There's some apples, whatever. Trees in there. This one consists mostly of some sort of like dark, towering sentinel pines. Varying in their overall trunk size, but letting very little overall light reach down below. There is a kind of mist that seems to hang between the trees, and because they are pines, most of the needles have killed off most underbrush. So why it's open in some ways, where it's like you can see pathways through there. There is bellows of fogs and then drops and dips between where trees have fallen and come uprooted and where there are things. So it is not an easily transverse place, despite there being less underbrush here. And unlike the iron forest, ironwood, there were no elves who had cultivated sort of pathways through like they did for there. This appears to not be touched by them, or at least by elven foresters. This appears to have grown. You wouldn't say naturally, Siggy. It has grown, but it has been twisted and shaped in some way. I mean, these pines should mostly grow up straight, but they seem to almost grow sometimes in a spiral, twisted way upward. And but the canopy is very dense, making certain that most of it's always constantly shrouded in shadow. In some plants, it's almost as dark as night. So, as far as seeing things, your awareness rolls will be at a bane when you're in this dense forest.
So are there also signs of like wildlife, or does it seem pretty devoid of animal traffic?
There are signs of some wildlife. You don't immediately see any when you guys go into the woods. They probably would have moved off, but less than you would anticipate. At least it doesn't, like, you don't hear the chirping of like lots of birds or anything like that. Insect, yes, maybe the occasional twitter of a squirrel, but not birds necessarily. At least not in this part of the wood that you've entered. And some of the fog that clings to the ground does have a sort of odd color. Like the lowest part does seem to have odd color. That color sort of collects in sort of pools and so forth. So
we will travel as deep in the forest as we can, while still seeing sight of the clearings beside the road.
Okay. Just give me a bushcraft roll.
I'll assist.
Okay.
That won't help at all.
I lost that die. 1's 11.
It's gone.
So yeah, that made. So with the assist, I made it.
Okay. So you were able to stay by the road for the first part of the day once you've reached it, which is probably about, crossing the bridge was probably done in the morning. So this is like early, like late morning to early afternoon. You're still transversing. You have seen no one on the road, and there's been nothing particularly that you've encountered in the forest that's been any more disturbing than its natural ambience, which is not particularly friendly, but at least nothing attacked you, or nothing that you've encountered. You have heard the cry of what you at first thought were crows, but realized there was something wrong about the vocal range of them, but that was some distance away.
Beasts and legends. Can I roll that to try to identify what that might be? Beast lore, I mean. Sorry.
Beast lore, I think, might be more useful, I guess.
Somebody wish to help me on that?
Sure, I'll help you. I
let me
have Beast Lord at 13.
Let me
Right.
is it Beast Lord?
I have it at 3. Does that help?
Yeah, that too would be useful.
Yeah,
you
so
too can do your
I
part.
can assist with my 13.
I made it by 5.
Okay. 1. You do not think it's a crow. You made it by 1? That doesn't matter. You made it
By 5.
Yeah, fine. Doesn't matter. It's just you don't. You're certain it's not a crow. Your thought say you think it might have been a harpy or harpies.
I was going to guess a harpy.
Yeah, probably a murder of harpies somewhere in the woods. But you have nothing of incident that happens that first shift. The second shift, you give me another roll, please.
2 and a demon. So, if I'm assuming that I was still being assisted.
Take the 2.
Yes.
Take the 2. I choose the 2.
Oh.
So it's a little bit. It's about getting. It's like near lunchtime, getting. End of the day, and you do see some individuals coming down the road. It appears to be a mostly mounted party.
Shit.
In the front, that is with the helmet off. You can see there is a tall wolfen knight. He's wearing shining armor with a blue surcoat and a large, it's a shield on his horse and is riding in the front. To his, a little bit further back, to his left and right, there is a human riding a horse and a mallard which is riding a sort of a small pony. The human appears to be wearing a sort of a bright yellow cloak, and all the rest of his gear seems rather sort of dark in color, various dark greens and blacks and so forth. Who appears to be, has a sort of brandishing a couple of long knives. The mallard appears to be wearing a sort of cerulean blue robe with stars and very celestial items on it. She has her hood pulled back, and she is sort of white and has all white feathers, gleaming, shining, like literally her and Quiverwing have that same sort of like beautiful plumage. Behind them, actually not. I guess you didn't. Well, actually, you have to give me an awareness roll. But behind them, you do see there appears to be another horse that's sort of riderless but has equipment on it. A mule that appears.
I didn't notice.
2 donkeys behind them. One appears to be carrying what looks like camping gear. The other one appears to have some saddle gear and what looks like a body wrapped up in cloth that's been tied up to it. Like they're carrying, like it's carrying a body.
Well, I made my awareness roll by 1.
Watch out. They have a mallard wizard with them.
So you were able to notice that ahead of the party, on the far side of the woods, almost, it's almost why you didn't miss him, but there appears to be a dwarf moving through the foliage. He is wearing dark green and appears to have some sort of bow and is moving slowly. Like apparently he's like either some sort of scout or hunter that's sort of moving ahead of them.
Baylor's gonna hide this, make the sword less obvious as a.
And then
it's a PC
wrap
group.
it after our last incident.
Yeah, we did, but I'm gonna do some more.
And then from behind, because the knight's so big and his big, huge, gigantic charger, another man. You can actually, I forgot. It should have been the cart, but the second mule, with all the equipment on it, behind it, it's pulling a cart, and there appears to be a hobgoblin in there, sort of tinkering away on stuff.
That'd be Baylor's target.
But it's a pretty well equipped, pretty big, a decent sized party of people moving.
These are the knights.
So I signal everybody to be quiet and stay still and watch carefully. Is there any sign of them being, Southmont worshippers, slime, or can't really tell?
Should we sneak?
So Darg can't say this is out of character. Does anybody have heraldry?
No, that'd be myths and legends.
That'd be myths and legends. I
have myths and legends.
You can roll.
There you go. It's Dane, do you recognize?
I rolled a dragon. on Myths and Legends.
Yay.
I have both rolled a dragon and a demon this session.
That's two.
There are several things you notice. I guess the Wolfen Knight apparently is a knight of the Silver Heron, a detachment of the Heron Kings of Heron King Godwin's his special knightly order. That the Mallard is probably some sort of mage or wizard.
She is certainly a mage.
And you're certain that the hobgoblin in the back cart is probably a blacksmith. They are well known for their industriousness and determination as far as a great work ethic.
Okay. Just a point of order. Are they coming from the direction of the temple or towards?
They're coming from the direction of the temple.
And we're off the road, right?
Yeah, you're off the road in the woods, moving so you cannot be seen.
Dan rolls up the sleeve on his left arm. In situations like this, don't move, don't say anything, don't try to be sneaky, just be quiet. Siggy.
I'm gonna be sneaky. Just because.
Has Darg put two together that the kidnapped woman is the person rolled up in the blanket?
No. I don't know. How can you see? I mean,
I thought you described that there was like someone rolled up.
There looks like there's a body rolled up in some cloth and some tied to that one of the animals.
This doesn't exactly look like a funeral party, though, right? I mean,
what do you mean? I mean, for those who
made bound to the
is the body dealt with in a funerary custom, or is it just kind of slapped? Thrown in the back of the
body
cart?
looks like it's bound in a very funerary custom, and like it's
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But these do not resemble the knights of.
No,
they lack any of the symbols.
Flame, yeah.
They lack any of the symbolism of the knights of the.
There's not an elf among them, didn't your friend say that there'd be?
There is not an elf among them. No.
There's an elf captive among them.
Oh. But then they said knights. There's only one knight here.
There's only one knight. Yeah.
Yeah. And they do not entirely match the description.
They're different. Party. They're a different type of knight, different order. That's a knight of the Silver Heron from a different kingdom.
Oh, bugger!
I suggest we let them pass unmolested and try not to draw their attention.
I failed my sneaking roll.
Okay,
of course you did.
So
you may not have a choice.
You hear a sort of, which you recognize as a bird call that is not indigenous to here, Siggy. And the knight, his ears twitch and he sort of halts. He sort of slows down and just... The air is still not fresh here, he says something. And you see the mallard begins doing something with her hands.
Can I tell what she's doing?
It appears to be a spell. You do not recognize the spell.
Use your counter magic.
I do actually have some counter magic.
Yes, the counter magic is lightning bolt.
And she just sort of
How far away are they?
We'll say they're 10 meters away, so about 30 feet.
Awful close.
Yeah, when they suddenly seem to realize something's wrong.
If it's gesture, I can do it quietly, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Magic Shield. You interfere with the spell cast by another mage. This spell is a reaction and breaks the initiative order of combat, but does not replace your action in the round. You cast it after your opponent's roll to succeed, but before any roll for damage or other effect. If it succeeds, the power level of your opponent's spell decreases by the power level of your magic shield. If the result is 0 or less, your opponent's spell has no effect at all. So I was planning on doing it at rank 3. Should I roll it?
Sure, if you want to cast it.
I succeed.
She just says, "Valen, the enchantment has failed. McGinty, be ready."
And he goes, the guy with the yellow cloak pulls out, just draws his little short sword. And the company stops and begins to sort of move. The hobgoblin in the back is not really paying attention to any of this.
So how does Brains' stealthiness fail?
Yeah, I was just creeping, and I just
creeping along, trying to be quiet.
Yeah.
I'll get a better vantage from the top of this wood, from the top of this log, and he starts up the log.
Yeah,
and it's quiet, and then just like
what he always does.
It just sort of snaps and then breaks. Which is like, and you hear a dwarf from across it. Hit him in the side. As he comes running out the way, he doesn't come out the way. He just says, "On their side. I can't see them yet."
Yeah, I'll crouch.
But they turn in your direction, the side.
Yeah, I
The
crouch
knight
down and
grabs
draw my
his
daggers.
helmet and he'll put it on. Do we want initiative?
Yeah, I mean, Darg looks over at the rest of the group and goes, "Are we killing these people?"
I don't think
at
we need
this
to
point,
do
it's
that.
like Dane will look at his list and he goes, and he stands up and he goes, "Hello."
Oh, well, I will stand as well. Quickly. Oh, hello.
I stay hidden
The
in the
knight
tree line.
just, slides on his helmet. So
Greetings and salutations on this fine day.
the human is on his horse. He slid off his horse with a yellow cloak. Says, "Hello."
Hello. We bear you no ill will. Thank you.
Really?
Well, I mean,
I'm just going off observation, of course.
Observations of what?
Sneaking around in the woods, not using the road.
You had a guy sneaking off in the woods.
Yeah, you had a guy
The
sneaking
dwarf
off
who
in the
just
woods.
came out of the woods.
He didn't come out the woods. He goes just.
The dwarf in the woods on the other side. Yes.
Tinder Rock is always in the woods. That's what his job is.
Well, your armor
woods guy?
coming toward, yes.
The famous
Very
woodland
sketchy.
dwarves.
Yes.
Well, anyway,
he does shout up towards the knight. He goes, "Waylon, I think he might be a scholar."
I am actually.
He
I'm
is
a
in
junior
fact a
scholar.
Actually, wait a
Yes.
second. Let me look up how you're dressed. I think he might be a prince.
No, he's a scholar. He just dresses nicely.
Nope.
He's wearing a crown and has golden armor.
That's under my coat.
He's wearing a crown, so maybe you're right. Okay.
It's a circlet. Thank you. It's not quite a crown, but no, I'm definitely not a prince. Absolutely, positively, I am a scholar of the Order of the Book and Candle, junior grade, but with gold star.
The matter goes
with gold star.
With a gold star.
Yes.
The Book and Candle.
Yes,
Well
I'm very
met.
proud of my gold star. Thank you. And who might you be?
Undina Ivory Down.
Very well. Well met, Undina.
Do I recognize that name at all?
Yeah, there's no real. I don't know. She doesn't have any fame.
Someone is in the kitchen.
Yes. She of Sage Mound.
Is that a town I know?
Yeah, you can give me a myths and legends. At a boon.
At a boon.
Mhm.
Interesting. I will succeed.
The Wolfen Knight will
and good
lift
Sir
up the
Knight
visor of
the
his
Silver
helmet.
Heron.
You know of us.
I know of your heraldry.
I am Sir Stormhold.
Sir Stormhold.
Knight of the Silver Heron, servant of King Heron Godwin, first of his name. Wielder of the World Breaker.
World Breaker.
That sounds interesting.
Ostentatious.
To which the hobgoblin in the back goes, "It can't actually break worlds."
Well, that's good because we, as far as I know, we only did.
I'm very fond of mine.
Have you tried?
He is, you think he wouldn't?
I keep sneaking off to the north.
Oh my god.
So, we seem to find ourselves here in a somewhat awkward situation.
Yes, you're creeping out of the woods.
Well, this is
Can be awkward.
This is kind of a dangerous set of woods.
Very dangerous.
Yeah.
You went
But
into
you
the
are
Harpies?
riding on the road in the middle of it.
Well, we thought it was best to remove the part of cover from them. And they could shoot us, yes, but most of them don't seem to have bows. most of the things that we've encountered that have been dangerous didn't have bows. Seem the lesser of two evils. And taking horses and a cart to the woods has been nightmarish in the past. It's not my fault. My forge needs someplace to go.
May I ask where you're traveling to and from? Would that be rude?
There's a look between all of them, and the knight raises his hand. We are. I get the name right. We are heading from the Temple of the Purple Flame.
That's okay. The temple where the demons were at.
There are no demons there any longer.
Oh, you've defeated them.
We defeated the giant manticore. And the other human goes, and the Portal Guardians. And the Portal Guardians.
Okay. I'm confused. We were going because we thought there was a demon infestation there.
He goes, there would be. There's a portal gate there.
But you defeated
we closed the
Guardians.
Gate.
Oh. Well, that's really...
That's fantastic.
He goes, but not without cost. He looks back at the horse.
Oh, so sorry to hear that.
Well, you have my condolences. Hey,
Brother Abernathy was our scholar.
Oh. I'm going to put my bow down now. And just, put the...
You should probably keep it handy in case something comes out of the woods.
Okay, well, I'm as a gesture of good faith here, I'm trying to show you that...
He's not afraid of your bow.
I'm just here to converse with you.
We should probably... He goes, fine, he will stop. He will give a signal, and most of the rest of the party will actually, him and the mage won't dismount, but, the hobgoblin will stop tinkering and get off, walk around, and the second he sees Balor, the busied, he has a sort of look of just, before he sees him, he has a sort of look of just frustration and someone's bothering, but the second he sees Balor, he does smile. And walks right over. Good to see someone with sense.
Does he have essence?
Of course.
Does he have essence? Does he have
yes, he has essence. He has essence. It's not quite as thick, but yes, he does have essence.
Oh, a fellow forger, that's so good, yes. You've had a harrowing time, I see.
It has been nothing but work. Not so bad. We're just finishing up repairing a few nicks here and there, getting some armor straight, that kind of thing. And with Isabella off on the run, I'm working on her chainmail.
Very well, very well. They appreciate your value. You value your skills, correct?
Yes, but then he sticks out his hand, and then you guys do the, forge lurch.
The thing. Yes. Yes, excellent. Well met. Well met. We've been.
Amash Ogden.
I am Balor Benfire. So great to meet you, my fellow master of the forge.
Come, let me show you my portable.
Oh, yes, please. This is excellent.
They'll go on about silly stuff, about killing and doing
Then we go talk about, I tell them how I had to been clean and my essence was gone. It was horrible.
I fell in the river.
No, yes. It was unattainable pain.
To be removed from the forge, Lord.
Yes.
Darg will, jab brains in the side of the arm. Has a big smile on his face, and he's looking around back and forth. He goes, they're like us, but better. I mean, in every way.
I mean, better than you, maybe, not me. Who's better than me? Certainly not that
as
wolf.
A sign of welcome, I have a piece of cake here. We keep several preserved in case we meet wizards.
To which you do see the mage sort of look over. And she does look right at you, Quiverwing, and then floats off her horse. And then summons a package and flies and floats over. For you. And it appears to be a small decorative tin.
I'll give her my preserved cake. What was the name of the town she said she was from?
She was from Sagemount.
You asked me to roll Myths and Legends, and I did succeed, but you didn't tell me anything about Sagemount.
Okay, I didn't know you succeeded. So basically, Sagemount is a school of magic that deals primarily in just mentalist. It's a mentalist school of magic, of scholars. So it's more like, think of it more like almost like a sort of a temple on top of a large sort of series of rocks that's very but it's mostly just mentalist is all it really teaches. It's a school of mentalist mages. But she will exchange cakes and just say,
it's lovely to make your acquaintance.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Your plumage rivals my own.
Yours has color and depth. Mine is just downy and white like clouds on a day that's not quite so rainy as usually here. I do miss the places to the south with sun.
I chuckle quietly in the woods at Quiverwing's swagger.
Yeah. Yeah, he's doing his best. I was looking for a skill that's appropriate for swagger, and I'm like,
I think it's just it's like either persuasion or bluff, but bluff sounds like you're trying to do something cheap. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, he sucks at both of those.
Just a straight charisma roll.
Probably just a straight charisma roll.
Do you have a Riz skill? That'd be a Riz.
The Riz skill.
Dane will approach the knight.
Success.
Who will take off his helmet, secure it, and begin dismount, and we'll just pat his horse and it will just sort of look over at you, but just say calm. He is not to be harmed. The horse will then wait till he'll come over.
You should warn your party to stay away from our donkey.
Oh, yes.
He's evil.
Please, we have no control over the donkey. The donkey just sometimes carries things, but we have no association with the donkey other than that.
Okay.
Yes, well, the donkey's something wrong with it. I just don't know.
We should probably make camp soon then.
We should make camp.
Before we do that, I have a question. So
you asking the knight?
Yes. And he'll go straight up like eye to eye, distance. Not
he's
like
a 6'7".
Yeah, well, I mean, Dana's tall too.
Tall.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's pretty. He's like, are you a sworn knight?
I would not have the right to wear this armor. That being so,
would you make another pledge now?
It depends on who the pledge is to and what it is for. One does not handle out one honor so quickly and so flippantly.
Well, I will make a pledge that I am sworn against the forces of Sathmog and present no danger to you. And he takes the sword of valor out and cuts his hand on it. He just cuts. I know what the sword is. Will you make the same
just
pledge?
cut your hand?
Well, it's a small cut.
I'm not going to cut my hand and make myself slightly injured and not make a grip so good. What are you cutting? What is with cutting of hand to? You could literally have done something far less intrusive that wouldn't impair your combat.
Is a compulsive vower.
I've made two.
No.
I've made two.
Do you have gloves?
I do have gloves, yes.
Okay. Well, that's good.
I had to buy one because of this.
I lost a finger too. It's back now, but yes.
It's back now?
Well, there was a healer where I was from that could repair that.
Oh.
Well, we have to find that.
That might be nice at some point.
It's not in this valley.
Yeah.
So, your pledge?
Against Sathmog?
Yes.
Yes. I pledge against Sathmog as well as Dagarth.
What do you say?
That's the Lich, right?
Yeah, we cannot have no demons and no necromancers.
Okay. What is there like an intuition or? Okay.
Having had a civil conversation with them, eventually you guys are able to, with the combined hunters, bushcraft, and assistants, able to find a good place off the path near a mile marker that's somewhere in the woods in a clear place. It is defensible. They have there is no particular fear on their part of setting up tents in a fire, really because they think, well, we might as well be comfortable before we kill anybody who comes here. No one's, he goes, we dealt with the cultists at the temple, and it's little unlikely they're going to come following us to do any harm. And hopefully, to which the human goes, and hopefully they're not coming looking for food. God, those guys were starved and desperate when we ran into them. Anyway.
These guys are so cool.
How did you defeat the backwards cow?
To which the human goes, actually, we did find a cow sitting outside the temple. It didn't look very good, but we didn't.
Maybe we should swap some stories over dinner.
Yes, that sounds lovely.
Okay. So we'll spend the night and swap stories.
So we stop,
exchange food,
and we'll spend the night and swap stories. Yes. And as the night settles in and the fires of friendship and begin to burn brightly, the camp's warmth and safety seems almost an impossible island in this dark and forbidding forest, where we find our heroes and other travelers on the road in good company.
Good night, everybody.
There we go. And scene. Thank you so much. There we go.
Hi, this is Matt, the co-host of the Advanced Age Role-Playing Gamers podcast, and you've been listening to our latest actual play, Mirth, Magic, and Mayhem, using the Dragonbane ttrpg from Free League Publishing, based on the classic Swedish role-playing game Drakar Demoner. If you like what you hear, please follow, like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and anywhere else you find podcasts. We also really appreciate feedback and chatting with folks, so feel free to tweet us, comment on our YouTube, or leave us a review so we can reach even more people. You can also visit our website at www.theaarpgs.com, where you can read more about the cast, listen to old episodes, and even shop our store for cool Geek Chic merchandise. This story features Malcolm and Nathan as co-GMs. Malcolm will also be playing the role of Karin, a halfling bard. Nathan will be playing the role of Brains, a wolfkin thief. Our players for this story are Tyr as Dane Ringson, a human scholar. Sean as Baelor Banefire, a dwarven smith. Chris as Sigurd, an elven huntress. Anthony as Corrigan Stonehammer, a halfling fighter. And Tim as Quiverring, the Mallard Mage. Character artwork created by Nemesis to Anthony Cupo and friend of the show, Jody P. Schaefer, whose work you may recognize from Metacopolis, Marikari, Megas XLR, and MTV's Downtown. Contact him when the time is right. You'll know how and when. Music licensed through Dark Fantasy Studios and SoundCube. Sound effects by Nathan, using Krotos Weaponizer, Studio, and Dehumanizer, using libraries from Boom Library, SoundCube, Krotos, and his own recordings. So thank you again for taking time to sit down with us at our gaming table. And until next time, remember, you're never too old to roll.